Well, you did most of your passing in turns 1 and 2, which was 3 and 4 now. You had to be careful in turns 3 and 4 because it was so slick and the way the turn was laid out. If you were not cautious, you get up too high, you get in the loose stuff, you'd spin out. So you just have to really work hard on 1 and 2 and take it easy on 3 and 4.
And now, 3 and 4 that he's talking about is now 1 and 2. I think that the thing that is really hard about that wall, and we saw it in qualifying yesterday, you've got that big notch in the wall where they've all hit the fence so many times that it's hard to follow that wall because it's not straight.
Here's Tyler Reddick.
Just make sure he's got as much driver cooling stuff off as he can and turn his AC down to minimum. I got the AC off, probably a decibel volt.
Well, that's not fun because today is the hottest day that these guys have had in the race car, and racing here at Darlington is always a full day's work inside the car. You're going to sweat, the outside temperature is high, and having to turn that off on lap 1 is not ideal.
Not at all. 6th straight race that Tyler Reddick has led here at Darlington.
Just right on, you see Austin Dillon, great start to the weekend for RCR. Both cars, him and his teammate Kyle Busch, qualifying well. It's good to see those guys running.
Yesterday, Ryan Priest said, the front of my car is behaving like the back should, and the back is behaving like the front should. I saw him before the driver's meeting. He says, gosh, I hope they got that switched around, but have a look at the 60 car here.
Yeah, we thought he should just drive it in reverse and see if he had a better opinion, but it was definitely a handful yesterday, and he was pretty adamant that he needed to do something different, and he just touched that apron right there, and since they've repaved turn 2 over there, that apron is not as friendly as it used to be. The transition is much sharper, and in these cars, it'll actually grab the splitter, and when it'll really unload that car.
And look, when he moved up, Byron all that got in the wall off it too. Very narrow racing quarters. They're actually off the racetrack. It's so narrow over there in 2.
Coming to 10 laps complete, Tyler Reddick has led them all. His teammate Bubba Wallace in 2nd. Kyle Larson 3rd for Chevrolet, and Brad Keselowski 4th for Ford. Nice to see that turnaround for Keselowski. Last week he qualified in the trunk. He's not had a lot of great races so far this season, but boy, he sure turned his season around yesterday.
For adjustment, as you see him working on the right side there, a couple others came down with him. Guys working on the left side for Blaney. Been pretty quiet overall, but those changes going to be needed throughout this race.
Yeah, you saw him wrestling both of those tires at the front of the car. Got lucky that they didn't get away right there, and this is what you don't want. Don't get the pit road too hot as we see more guys coming.
Austin Dillon and Kyle Larson on pit road.
You got to get in right now, Mike. If your car is bad, you got to get in. You got to adjust on it because it's a long race. Even it's 400 miles, but it's nonetheless, you got to get in and adjust on it.
And just don't get lapped. That's the key, right? Like, just keep yourself on the lead lap. That's the most important thing.
The most important thing is don't make a mistake, and that's so easy to do.
No, I'm not. I'm not going down there. I'm going to the
alumni tent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the alumni tent.
To have you and Stevie, your daughter and son-in-law, join us. Great to have you back at the track, and thanks for getting us started off in fine style.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks, D-Row.
Thanks, TW.
Thanks, Daryl.
The incomparable Darrell Waltrip. Great to have him join us as part of NASCAR's Alumni Weekend here at Darlington. Kyle Busch in the pit lane. Again, these are green flag stops scheduled. First stop of the day. We've been green since the start. Ty Dillon is in.
Larry, all right, the 12 car short pitted him a little bit, kind of led the charge coming on, but Reddick's still out there. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, I'm not a bit surprised. I feel like they want to take full advantage of both sets of tires. They're going to run close to that 45 lap mark, which is only 3 laps from now, splitting it right down.
But let's see where he comes out.
Well, a lot of traffic there in the pit lane. Chase Elliott has made his stop. Todd Gilliland in, Michael McDowell, and here's Josh.
Well, for Chase Elliott, you saw him just come into pit. People on the radio said that car just spin a little too tight, worked those rears too much. He got 4 tires of fuel on that stop, Regan.
Well, for Tyler Reddick, they decided to do exactly what Larry McReynolds said. They were going to split it right down the middle to take full advantage of both these sets of tires. As for that battery issue and alternator issue, he's been updating the teams. It's down to 12.5 as we see trouble on
get there. This is going to be a slow pit stop. The car itself has been extremely good for Tyler. He's happy with it. But about 10 laps ago, he gave them one other update, said it's starting to get hot in here.
Well, it all unraveled right there on the pit stop, so he's going to wind up losing the lead most likely right here.
And look at who is that? That's to Keselowski, but Blaney, look how much ground he made up by short pitting. Great job.